we thought we would, really quick before lunch, show you how to do a submission video, really, really quick and easy, that you could even do on your own, by yourself, when you're submitting for, I think we talked about Tamara Lackey's deadline is coming up tomorrow. So we're just want to show that to you really quickly. Can we do that now?
All you need to do, all you need to produce this would be just your camera, a tripod, a way to keep it steady, obviously, and an external microphone. Because again, why? We don't want to trust the audio to our onboard mic on the camera. And if you don't have an external microphone and you have no choice but to use the onboard mic, go ahead and use it. I mean, you know, if you don't have it in your budget to do that, it's not going to destroy everything, but it is always better to use an external microphone if possible. So the idea behind producing a quick submission video is that, you know, we want to see you. You know, Creative Live wants to see you on camera. All right, they want to see what you're like, they want to see your personality, they want to see your enthusiasm and your excitement. So we want to see you in front of the camera. So we have to set up the camera for that reason. So what we'll do, I think in this case, is we'll turn these chairs this way. Okay, just like this, make it easy. Well, turn them more facing out that way so the cameras can see.
Do you want to bring it out here?
What's that? Oh, we could do that. Why don't we do that? You want to bring them out there? Just make it a little bit simpler.
Take a
So
lift.
we're just going to move these chairs over here. You might have to rearrange your house a little bit.
Okay.
So for, let's say, you know, for a couple, or even just one person, it doesn't matter.
We'll do one person. I'll be your guinea pig.
What we're going to do is just move the camera obviously over so where it's facing where we're going to be. And remember the pre-focusing technique that we talked about. Just focusing on a plane, focusing on an image or a section of your environment.
And remember, if you don't have a tripod, that's okay. Get a table, stack some books, and stick your camera on top of it. Yeah,
exactly.
I've done that more than once.
Right. So what I would do is, Vanessa, stand up for a second, because we're going to assume that you're doing this on your own, okay? And you don't have anybody there to put in a chair and say, sit there while I focus on you. All you really have to do is focus on the chair itself. And don't shoot too shallow, because then you're going to really run into trouble with focusing. So what I'm doing here is simply moving my magnification marker box to the chair, and basically where I'm going to be sitting. Right? So we know my back is going to be up against the chair, and I'm using my magnification tool on the camera, which on the 5D Mark II are these thumb buttons right up here at the top. And I'm going to zoom in to my chair. And now my exposure is at 60 at 2.8 at 400 on the ISO, okay? I'm happy with that. 60th of a second I can deal with. 2.8, I might want to be a little bit wider than that, just so if I move a little bit, I'm not rocking in and out of focus. So let's go 3.2 and let's drop the shutter down to 50. Basically gives us almost the same exposure as in terms of light, but when it comes to the focus, you have a little bit more room to play with. Here's a neat little trick we didn't really talk about, but it's good to know. If you're in video live view mode and you just press down halfway on your shutter release button, your light meter comes up, right? Liz's face just lit up. And how great is this? You get to see where, just like your light meter is when you're taking photographs, you get to kind of see where your light meter is. And that's great. It's so helpful. So, you know, if we wanted to brighten this up, we could just simply bump up our ISO. Let's go to 640.
Yeah, we get more on the aperture there, because I move.
Yeah, you want to go a little bit darker, 3.5, something like that. I think once you get up around 4.0 indoors, this close, you're going to lose a little bit of the cinema feel. So we want to keep it, you still want it to look shallow, you still want it to look film-like. So let's go with 53.5. Our light meter is right on the nose. Let's see what happens when we zoom out, make sure that it's pretty close, okay? It's right about where we want it to be. The exposure looks good. So now at this point, if I was shooting myself alone, or I was setting up the shot before Vanessa got here, I would just frame my shot to where I want it to be. What I would do is I'd come over here, and I would sit down, and I'd look in here, and this would be rolling for 10 seconds, and then I would get up, stop it, take a look at it, make sure it looked good to me on camera. So,
and you need to raise it up a little bit.
Yes, I am going to raise it up a little bit. It's always a little bit better to shoot down on yourself.
And you cut your head off, and that's why he did that preview section right there, so you can preview and see yourself in it, run around, make sure it was good. In his case, he had chopped his own head off. So.
Right. And you also want to check your level too. Another thing, I see a lot of videos, the horizon line is off. So a lot of tripods have a bubble level. So we do want to make sure. But again,
this is for your submission video, so it doesn't have to be too complicated. So you're just setting it up, pre-focusing, do a short little, you could video, record yourself, check it to make sure your framing is good, your head is in the picture, sit down. and then
That's
you're
it.
good to go.
So that would be it. Now our microphone is on. We just want to double check our audio levels and make sure that you'll be able to hear what's happening. So again, we go into our menu, and the guys upstairs are hating me right now. Let's just wait till that comes back on. There we go. So we go into our menu, we go into our live view movie function settings. Again, this is a 5D Mark II. This is what I use. Movie record size, of course, 1920 by 1080, 24 frames per second. And then our sound recording is in manual. And now, you don't want to test it right here, standing next to the camera, because obviously it's going to be much louder. I'm standing right next to the microphone. So I would put somebody in the chair, or myself in the chair, and I would look to see and make sure that it's loud. So talk, Vanessa.
I'm talking.
Keep talking.
Talking to make sure that you can hear me, and you want it to be the decibel level right around 12, I
Right, so I'm going
believe.
to turn you up a little bit. I'm going to my record level here, and I'm going to bump you up. Now keep talking.
And it's just good to make sure that you do this when you press record so that we can hear you at Creative Live when you're submitting your submission video.
And that's pretty much it. So I'm happy with that level. I will finalize that by clicking OK. Now you notice now it's hot. Now it's too loud because I'm standing right next to the microphone. It's not meant for me to capture this video right here. It's meant to capture what's going on over there. This microphone is really kind of far away for this application, but you'll get the idea. It's meant to be heard, and it's not going to be perfect, but it's good.
So for a submission video to summarize, set up your tripod or just stick it on a stack of books, point it at you where you're going to sit, pre-focus on your chair, making sure your f-stop is high enough to give you a good range if you're going to lean forward or move. Do a recording check to make sure you're framed up well. Check your audio, make sure it's on and loud enough. And go ahead and press record.
That would be it. So we would sit down over here. The focus looks good. We would sit down here, and we would just go.
Hey,
All
Tamara Lackey, I really want to come to your Creative Live class, especially about the work-life balance, because Rob and I spend too much time in front of the computer and not enough time doing everything else.
So pick us. And that would be it. So, I mean, that's the most simple way that you can do it, but let your personality, again, remember how we talked about let the action be, the subjects be the action? You know, in your submission video, you should be that action. You should be that enthusiasm. And that's pretty much it. When you're done, you'll be able to apply a lot of the same principles that we're going to show you later in iMovie to edit it. If you wanted to edit it,
If you want
to do
to
a little
edit it.
trimming, yeah, you could just send it raw. But if you wanted to trim it up in the beginning and just kind of clean it up, make it look good, we're going to show you, give you some tips on how to do that as well. So
All right.
that's how you do a quick submission video. We hope that helps you.